Henry, give me the best news that we've heard in forever.
Jim Lampley is coming back to boxing.
Let me tell you, Jim. All right, Jim. It brings me back to when I was a kid.
This is Cruz Boxing Scorecard.
Welcome to the 17th episode of Cruz Boxing Scorecard. It's your boy Cruz, a.k.a. Crucito el Vago.
And it's your boy Henry. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button at the bottom and to share.
Do it. Just do it. People, Gervonta Davis. What the hell? Gervonta Davis, he lost. I'm going to call it a loss. I'm going to have to call it a loss, people. We know what happened this Saturday night at Barclays Center. Lamont Roach put in work, baby. He put in work.
I'm a fan of his now.
Yeah, man.
Definitely a fan.
Definitely a fan. Let me tell you. So, the judges had a majority draw. Glenn Feldman had it 114-114, 6 rounds to 6. Eric Malinsky had it 115-113, 7 rounds to 5. And Steve Weisfeld had it 114-114, 6 rounds to 6, majority draw. The drama show continues with Gervonta Davis. Everyone's talking about this knee. Homie decides to take a knee mid-round. I've never seen that shit in my life. And you get to keep the point that should have been taken away from you. Henry, what do you think?
I think it's bullshit, and he should have lost the point. You know,
Hell yeah.
I strongly believe that you take a knee, you're going to get a point taken away. I don't care if it's grease. Like, think of it this way. You know, imagine getting knocked down and you get hit in the face, but the guy has his foot on your foot and you fall. Yeah. It's still considered a knockdown. He took a knee.
People are gonna start taking knees when blood starts going in people's eyes.
I heard through the grapevine that Roach is talking to a lawyer about it.
You know,
to overturn it.
I saw something like that. And what happened with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia
started the precedent of it.
This is what's gonna be. This is what's gonna happen.
I don't like it.
I
don't like it.
I mean, robberies are not going to be robberies anymore.
I feel like it should be overturned at like the fight when they're doing the judges' scorecard. Like, should they overturn it, or at that end of that round they need to make the decision, which they did in a way, but that should have been considered a knockdown.
Yeah. So the one thing is this, right? We know the judges, they don't have the right to take away the point, and the commission, they left it up to our boy Steve Willis, which he's a veteran, so I don't understand it. It boggles my mind. Steve Willis did not take this point away because, everybody's seen him. He's gone viral. He's got one eye on both fighters, bro. You know what I mean? And it was his job to take away the point. And because he didn't do it, they didn't take it away.
Right. So it's very subjective, I feel like, that whole situation, because I was having this discussion with Cool Cal about it. You guys have seen him before on our episodes. And he goes like, but the ref, like, let's say if it happened this way where Tank was like, yo, I've got something in my eyes I can't see. I need it out. But he could have gotten hit in the face in the process of doing that. Right? So, and then he could have been like, no, you're right. Because I could stop the round and be like, go fix that.
And they've done it. Yeah, and they do it all
the
time.
But instead, he protected himself in that aspect by taking the knee so he doesn't get punched in the face while he can't really see. So it's look, you can see it both ways, but I still think that you take a knee, you got a point taken. That's
people,
what I believe.
comment, please. Tell us if he should have gotten a point taken away for that knee, or did Steve Willis do the right thing and not take away the point?
No. He would have lost that fight. And dude, he got countered a lot, man. It
My
just
God.
it was crazy. I was like, I was not expecting Roach to be that nice.
Yes, Lamont Roach,
Bro.
he manifested. He said he was the greatest. He said this is gonna be
Everybody
easy
says
for him.
they're the great until they get fucking knocked the fuck out by Tank Davis. So it was just.
I mean, I had a 115-113, and I had it for Roach. So even
Right.
if they took away that point, if they took it away, it would have been 115-112. And if they took away that point, if Steve Willis did deduct that point, the judges' scorecards, it would have been majority win for. It was a majority decision for Roach. You know,
Right. And
so we do. What do you think, Henry? What do you think's next? What do you want? They got to run it back. They got to run it back.
I just want to say one thing before what's next, because I noticed, I believe it was around 8 or 9, where I saw Davis holding back his punches. Like he had clear shots. So I was like, what is going on here? He had the shot. I was
scared,
Henry.
He's scared. He was scared. He was scared
for that counter.
Listen, man, you got to be perfect with some of these fights, man. We talk about it all the time. To beat him, you need to be perfect, right? He overthought. He stumbled. He should have taken the risk. He should have taken the risk more, and he would have maybe won a couple more rounds. But because he did it, and he doubted himself, or was scared of the counter by Roach.
Man, it's just. So now, because of that, what's next? A rematch. And
rematch.
I want to see a rematch. And if I know Tank well, he's gonna be like, we'll do a rematch, but there's a rehydration clause. You know what I mean? Like, because, bro, Roach looks big, bro. He looks stacked.
I'm sure he had a rehydration clause on this one too.
I doubt it, because he was like, nah, this is light work for me. And then it wasn't light work for him. You know what I mean? So, and then I think the rematch, my money would still be on Davis, because he's get a different hairstylist because of the grease that is in his hair. Then he's gonna knock him out.
My God, the grease in his hair, the grease. You know this hairdresser's book of business is gonna be booming. She's gonna get booked. Yo, whoever has her,
or she's going out of business.
I mean, it's not her fault. That's part of getting your hair done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With the sweat and the boxing, the punches, the rubbing, and all that stuff, man. She's a millionaire. What kind of grease did you use?
Word.
I'm trying to find out if there's a rehydration clause.
Right. But now, what's next? I mean, if the rematch doesn't happen, Alex, I think Roach should be fighting somebody. I'm thinking maybe like Lomachenko or something. You know what I mean? So, or to get a belt. I think the guy deserves it.
Keyshawn Davis.
That's good, but I feel like after watching Keyshawn's last fight and watching Roach fight, I think Roach wins that fight.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I think
Roach looks nice.
Roach was an unexpected underdog coming out of this, so I definitely feel like Roach could be a big thing. That could be good.
Roach is on the map.
Yeah,
and you know
his career is gonna be booming. This made his career.
And I think part of this loss, quote unquote, for Davis is because he announced his retirement. You start talking about retirement, you losing the dog in your fight, bro.
I don't think so.
Look at you. Holding back, being scared, not knocking people out. I don't think he looks as strong as he was in the past. Unless the Roach's chin is made out of titanium. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I mean, lots of fighters have always talked about retirement. You know what I mean? Floyd did it twice. He retired twice, and he came back. So I think it's
Yeah,
all a
but
ploy for him to
Roach
just be
is.
like, let's fill up the seats. It's gonna be his last fight.
Wow, that's true. That's true.
You know.
Well, on to the next fight, Henry.
Yep.
What we got? What we got?
We got Jose Valenzuela versus Gary Antoine Russell, which was
Rayo.
Rayo lost that fight. Now, what we're looking at, Max DeLuca had 109, 119. Benoit Roussel had it 109, 119. And Tom Schreck had it at 108, 110, which is a fucking landslide.
Two judges had him winning one round. And then the other judge said, you didn't even win one round.
Yep. What I was thinking was because when I was watching the fight, we saw Pitbull, and he's probably rooting for Valenzuela. I'm like, I hope he keeps his belt. But now he's like, bro, I lost to this guy? You know what I mean? Which was like, fuck. He's like, he got to get his shit together. Because honestly, bro, I still have my faith in, Cruz, and it's just, I think he should fight Gary Russell to get his belt back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he has to fight him now.
Yo, look, man, Gary Russell, which I didn't know that he's got five. It's 5 of them, and 4 of them are boxers, right? And his older brother lost his belt against Lomachenko. So it's just, the Russell family has boxers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, I think that would be a great up-and-coming fight for him. But
yeah, I
man.
agree. I agree, man. I think Gary Russell put in the beats on Rayo. Rayo was a big disappointment, and he just didn't have it. Rayo got outclassed. He got hit with combos. The combos that were getting landed on him, he had no answer except for staying back and just kind of like, ugh.
Yeah, he didn't look good.
He did not look good at all.
No, sir. Nope.
Poor Rayo's got his belt taken away on his first defense.
It's not a good look.
It's not a good look, man. It makes the Pitbull win look like a fluke. That's what it does. When you don't even win more than 2 rounds, if you don't win, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Bro. Yeah, I agree with you.
So what do you think is next for them?
So Rayo, I think he has a few options. This is 140. He's got a loss. He can line up Pitbull again. The winner of that fight,
so.
That could be an option. And I think I'd like to see that again so Pitbull could get his revenge back, because he get his clap back, especially after what we just saw on Saturday, how trash he looked. Nah, let Pitbull come back and put in work with him and see if he actually learned from that loss. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I don't know, man. This is where my faith gets wrong with him, because he should have learned from the Davis fight, and he hasn't. His style has not changed.
Hard-headed.
But I still think
he's a new trainer.
Yeah, I think it's time for him, because his style got caught up,
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. But so for me, what I want for Russell, I want Russell to fight Teofimo.
Teofimo?
That's what I want Russell to fight.
That's
Teofimo's got a 140.
Surprisingly, what I was thinking about Russell kind of reminded me a lot of Sean Porter.
Yeah.
Like his style, like he just kept on, like, it's funny because it's like
pressure.
Pitbull Cruz has that pressure too, but it was just, I feel like his style reminded me a lot of him.
Yeah, I think
it's really good.
Pitbull's pressure, it has no defense. So it's just an onslaught of him moving forward. And with that being said, he's going to get caught, with the boxer moving backwards, throwing jabs. He's going to get caught, Russell, on the other hand, put the pressure on, but in spurts. You know what I'm saying? And when he had the moment, he took advantage of it. And then he just threw the combos. And Rayo I think he was just a little slower. You know what I'm saying? He just couldn't, right. He didn't have a defense to how his speed. It was, he just getting clocked. And honestly, when I saw him getting hit, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought he was gonna go down, but it's Yeah, I'm surprised. But,
Yeah.
other than
Okay.
that, let's go on to the next fight, Alex. What do we got going on?
There's a few fights on that card, but we're not going to talk about all of them. We're going to talk about a few of them. The next one we want to talk about is our boy Yoenis Tellez versus Julian Williams. Okay? Yoenis Tellez pulls the W. He got the win. The judges, Tony Paulillo? ¿Cómo se dice? How would you pronounce that, Henry?
Is the judge?
Paulillo. Paulillo.
Paulillo. Yeah. Paulillo.
He had
Paulillo.
Paulillo? Anyways,
Paulillo.
119, 109. He had it 11 rounds to 1. Yoenis Tellez. Robert Perez had it 117, 111. That is 9 rounds to 3. And then Waliska Roldan had it 118, 110. That's 10 rounds to 2. Who would you have winning that fight, Henry? Obviously.
I had Tellez winning the whole fight. So it was mostly, look, man, I feel like it was mostly one-sided. These Cuban fighters just have a different style. You know what I mean? It reminds me a lot of Edis Landy Lara. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot, but not the Lara.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like the early 2010s Lara. It reminded me of that. So I think that, he's going to be coming around. He's going to definitely be sticking around for a long time.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd love to see some more. Me, I'm a knockout guy. I love seeing knockouts.
yeah.
But I feel like or just seeing fighters that have skill but have power at the same time. Like you can tell they fucking are hurting their opponent. You know what I mean? I'd like to see him go a little more oomph in those punches. But skill always wins.
Yeah, he's got a 70% knockout ratio.
Right.
I mean, and
not terrible.
It's not terrible. It was a little bit higher before this fight, but I think he's got a bright future, this young man. I like seeing Cuban fighters come out of Cuba. They do have that special Cuban flavor. You know what I'm saying? Like how Mexicans fight, and this guy reminds me of Lara, So
I think Cuba has the best hands down amateur boxers, hands down. Like I think they have one of the only, not on their fighting, but one of the only fighters to ever have 3 Olympic gold medals in boxing.
Yeah, Rigondeaux, right? I think it was.
No, it's somebody else. But Rigondeaux's also considered one of the best amateur boxers of all time. So, you know what I mean? He's right next to Lomachenko, and Lomachenko beat him. So,
yeah.
So,
true.
There's that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, brother. Because this guy, they weighed in at 154.
True. 154 is pretty stacked right now with the champions. Yeah.
Good for him. Maybe he'll fight Lara.
No,
be like fighting in the mirror.
That would be. I don't think anybody would watch that fight. To be honest, he need a bigger name, or he needs to make a bigger name for himself.
It wouldn't be on the main card. It would have to be like an undercard.
Yeah, facts.
Jarrett Hurd, people.
Jarrett Hurd.
Jarrett Hurd loses his last fight. He announces his retirement from boxing. I think this is the best decision that he has made in a long time because he hasn't been as good as he was.
I honestly thought there was a lot of headbutts going on in that fight, but Johan, his right hand just kept on landing. He didn't look good, but hey, listen, more power to him. He made it to the distance, so.
I hope he saved up some money from his boxing career and he could do something light work, maybe like Roberto Durant, open up some restaurants or something, start kissing babies at the restaurant.
He ain't no Roberto. Be real.
I know, but I'm saying he's got money.
He's gonna go. He's gonna work. He's gonna go work at Amazon. All right, Alex Blacks. He's gonna drop off
Uber driver.
Some packages.
He's gonna be an
Uber driver. He's gonna be an Uber driver, right?
Oh, poor Jarrett Hurd. We're sorry,
man.
We really liked you, man, growing up. not growing up, but
Shame.
yeah, we
Swift,
had
not
high
so
hopes.
Swift no more.
That is true. But into the sunset you go, my friend. Henry,
What's up?
what we got next? What upcoming fights coming up?
Okay. What upcoming fights do we have? Well, I'm going to talk about the main one. It's happening May 2nd, which is on Friday at Times Square for free. What do we got? We got Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero. We already know who the two got. We got Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez. And then we got a title fight, which is Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barboza, right? The fight for the WBO welterweight title. Honestly, we going to that fight. I can't wait.
Yo,
Bro,
yo,
it's gonna be a good time. And not only that, it's on a Friday. So we already know what's gonna happen next. After
yeah,
that, it's Cinco de Mayo weekend, bro. So you already
that's
know
it.
who's fighting on the third, which is Alvarez versus Skull. But that's it. But the main thing is that Friday. I
Yeah,
strongly
so
believe.
yeah, no, I agree. Listen, Ryan Garcia, let me give you guys the picks, my official picks for this fight. Okay? Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero is getting knocked out, people. He is going to get knocked out worse than when Gervonta Davis fought him. And it's going to be bad. Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez. Now, Jose Ramirez, I know he's coming off from a loss right now, but I got to give it to Devin Haney on that fight. Unfortunately, I don't want him to win. I kind of hope he loses, but I give it to Devin Haney. And then Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barboza. I think this one is probably going to end up going to Teofimo Lopez. Very slight win.
Well, Arnold Barboza is a nice fighter, though.
He is nice.
He's
but
nice,
it's going to be close.
Henry,
let me
think
tell
that's
you,
a good fight. I think that's honestly, I think
that should be the main card. That should
it
be the
should
main
be,
card.
but we get it. We get it. People like Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, the drama show, big drama show,
Big drama
show. That is where
Henry,
it's at. But yes,
what do you think? You think it's gonna be Teofimo or Barboza?
honestly, I agree with you. I think it's gonna be Teofimo Lopez.
And it's
He's
gonna
got
be by like
he's got to be
2
explosive,
rounds.
dude.
He's got to step up.
He's got to be explosive.
Mm-hmm.
Because look, think of it this way: if he doesn't make it look completely one-sided, they're not going to look at him.
Stock prices are going to go down.
Yep, he's got a lot to prove this fight, and Arnold's got a lot to win.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Imagine beating a Teofimo Lopez.
That will put him. That could be the biggest upset. What I would love to see is Devin Haney lose. That'd be great.
That'd be amazing.
But I want to see him lose again. I want everybody to.
Listen, Henry, let me tell you this story. So, Barboza, one of his press conference before he won this belt, he was talking to this, I think he's an English fighter. He flew out to England for this fight. And the English fighter's like, I'm driving this belt home. It's coming back home with me. Barboza said, nah, my friend, I'm going to take that belt back home. I'm going to fly home in business class, and I'm going to get it its own seat sitting right next to me. He wins. And then I saw on his social media, he bought a seat for the belt, and he was in business class putting the seatbelt on the championship belt.
What a troll. That's great. That's awesome.
I was like, this guy's the best. I kind of want him to win. I kind of want him to beat Teo because Teo's acting up, man. Teo's acting up. He's borderline crossing lines here, man. And Bud had to press him. Bud pressed him, people. I'm not sure if you saw this video. After all that stuff about, he's calling black people gorillas and stuff or monkeys or whatever.
Yeah, which is
But
OD.
yeah, nah, you don't cross that line. Bud goes up to him and I see this video. He has his hand around him with his camera out going, "Hey, what'd you say? What did you say? No, what are you talking about, Tio?" Tio goes, "What are you talking about? What you just say just before?" He goes like, "Oh, yeah, it's just for the show. It's just for marketing." And he's like, "Oh, good, because I didn't want to beat your ass." And I was like, what? Yo, Bud wants that smoke. He was going to fucking wash his ass up. He was going to wash his ass up. And Tio was like, "Oh, we can spar. He got pressed. He got put down. Tio's lucky he didn't get his ass beat. Dead ass.
I'm surprised nobody's coming after him in the street with a bat, to be honest.
Yo, man. And I feel bad. He's from here. He's from Brooklyn. Man.
But we know Teofimo acts crazy all the time, bro. Come on.
Loco en la cabeza.
Yep. Crazy.
All right. So, we're going on to open discussions. Henry's, give me the best news that we've heard in forever.
Jim Lampley is coming back to boxing.
Let me tell you, Jim. All right, Jim. All right, Jim, I got it. 7 rounds to 5. We are so excited to see Jim Lampley back in the mix.
Yeah.
It brings me back to when I was a kid watching boxing with Papa Dukes while he's drinking his nasty-ass Budweisers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cursing at the TV, dad cursing at the translator because he can't do his job because the Spanish writers can't speak English, and then him getting mad at the Spanish writers because they don't speak English and they're making all his money.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And another thing, R.I.P. to Harold Letterman, because he was also the OK Jim, infamous man. OK Jim, let me tell you, Jim. All right, Jim, I've got it. 6 rounds.
R.I.P.
to 3. I just don't see him doing enough for me, Jim. What do you think?
He's working for the Ring magazine now, and I hope whoever he works with goes, "All right, let me tell you, Jim," or some shit like that. That'd be amazing. Okay, so
or they just bring name in there and put Letterman. Okay, Jim. I'm like, all right, I got it.
Jim.
Okay, Jim. That'd be a throwback.
Amazing. Bro. I'm so happy Jim is coming back. Lampley's coming back to boxing.
Yeah.
He should have never left. HBO, you know what? You messed up. You ruined it for a lot of people. You ruined it for Jim Lampley.
Yeah.
And like I mentioned, he's working for the Ring magazine now. And there is a new announcement coming out from Ring that His Excellency has partnered with Dana White to create a new boxing league. This is going to shake up the game.
Yes, it will.
If people don't care about WBC anymore, if people stop caring about WBO, IBF, and making this league the actual best, and it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. I like it. I like shaking up the game. I like $25 fights. I'm on His Excellency's side on this one. We'll see how that goes.
He's doing a free fight at Times Square, bro. Like, come on. You know we're going to go there. I'm going to have to bring my own chair. I don't care if it's raining. I'm going. It's happening.
I can't wait till there's more details that come out with this. I hope they have some sort of section where you could pay for it so we could sit down and shit.
Right.
I don't think it's going to be crazy where it's going to be like, oh, first come, first serve chairs. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming they're going to have it closed down. And
yeah, it's definitely going to be a secure thing.
Yeah, I think there's going to be, they're going to secure it just like, the ball drop. There's going to be mad cops around. There is a precinct right there. So it's not like cops
it's going to be a full house. If Garcia's going to be there, it's going to be a full house in that.
I wonder what's going to happen to Elmo and fucking the naked cowboy dude. They're going to get kicked out. They got to go.
They're going to start boxing too.
They're going to throw gloves at him. Yo, fighter, the winner gets to have free seats.
Facts.
Yeah. Okay. On to something that has been bugging me. Barclays Center. Brooklyn Boxing. Why are the boxing tickets so damn expensive? Why are you doing this? It makes no sense. You had someone like me that would go to every single fight. Now you're giving us nosebleeds for $400.
Crazy.
It's nuts.
Crazy
No wonder,
talk.
you guys keep doing this and you're not doing it for the fans. No wonder people are not going to go. They said it was sold out, Henry. They said it was sold out.
Which is a lie. I mean,
which is a lie because I was checking the prices. There were still seats on sale. There were still seats on sale right when Gervonta walked out. You know what I mean? It wasn't sold out, people. Anyways, but
Yeah,
please,
man.
you need to do better, Barclays Center. You need to do better, Brooklyn Boxing. You need to do better, PBC.
When did they become a luxurious thing? And I think it's like they became unaffordable after COVID.
Bro,
It's
nosebleeds.
crazy.
Nosebleeds.
I remember getting our first nosebleeds for the first boxing fight, and it was like $160. But after that, we got tickets for $160 on the lower bowl, and they were all great fights. You know what I mean? And it makes it's terrible, man. It's just like Barclays has become our price for the average man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's time to just go to the theater. Seats are better anyways.
100%. 100%, Henry. If you're going to charge $500 for nosebleeds, then bring down the damn pay-per-view prices. Ain't nobody want to see no $90 pay-per-view. This is why people are going to jump ship. This is why people are going to go to this new boxing league with Dana White, because they're going to be $25 pay-per-views.
Or you can watch fights at the bar, so it's not an arm and a leg. A lot of bars have deals with UFC where you could just go to any bar and watch the UFC pay-per-view, and you don't got to pay anything. So imagine that happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could see that. I could see that happen 100%.
Do better, Barclays Center. Damn shame. Rent's too damn high for this shit.
Fact.
People, I want to thank you for your time. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell your mamas, tell your papas, tell your grandma, your daddy, your sisters, your brothers. Tell everybody. Okay?
Yeah, and like that thing at the bottom. Peace.
Peace.